will be Gisele Speech. She recently joined Toastmasters, and she's only given her icebreaker so far. Gisele is a certified health coach and a certified fitness trainer. She continues to update her skills on breathing techniques, meditation, yoga, and fitness. She also uses food, herbs, and spices to heal people. She teaches people to cook, become fit, and manage their emotions. And she approaches health with a 360-degree perspective. And she absolutely adores what she loves. So please help me introduce Gisele Speech with her second speech.
Do you trust your thoughts? Are you the pilot of your own mind? Good morning, fellow Toastmaster and guests. I once produced a movie whose goal was to increase people's happiness. And through comedy, characters learn how to manage their emotions and feelings. And people also learn tips to forgive. I, however, fell miserably into distributing the movie, and 1 year of hope, time, and resource down the drain. I didn't become famous or wealthy, but I believe I became a teeny bit wiser, more grateful, and certainly more patient. In retrospect, I want skills and a tool sets that are transportable and that make the moment-to-moment and the quality of my life way better. You see, before I used my tool set, I would suffer more. Now, not in a physical way, but my emotion would trigger suffering, such as anxiety, disappointment, expectation, and self-doubt. At that point, I believed that my mind was on autopilot, and my thought took me wherever they wanted to. And I just followed them blindly, wherever they took me. But do you trust your own thoughts? I realize we are better off not to. I understand now that the system of thought is an interwoven network of thinking patterns. So basically we are bombarded by about 400 billion of data per second, from which we only perceive about half of that. Now, all that data is filtered by our thinking system, where resides our attitude, assumption, belief, concept, opinion, judgment. All of that is being filtered. Scientists tell us that we think about 60,000 thoughts a day, from which about 85% of that is habituated thinking. Now you know what it means when you say ruminating on your own thoughts. Playing the same tape over and over again. This is because the thinking sits in our subconscious mind that never questions anything and that believes whatever we feed it. Before I knew anything about consciousness, my emotion would get totally off the whack. For instance, if I would go to a party and I was alone, and I would see that group of girls and hear them talking about that girl is boring, she's not into dating, she's boring. Did you see her purple blouse? Oh my god, she looks like a peacock. And fear and anxiety were my bigger party pooper. I just couldn't go to a party with friends without roaring about the safety of my own children. I shouldn't have trusted that Sia. I only met her twice. Did I lock the door? And during the night, my mind was racing again. I had to rescue my children all night long, along with the dogs. So no wonder I was cranky the next day. The anxious mind will deep groove into the brain until a new pathway is built that is repeating thoughts of doom and gloom. Now, the more I was focusing on my problem, the more real I made them. And the more I was infusing toxic chemical into my blood that would cause me harm. And I actually suffer from baby blues on baby number 2, that I was sick for months. But then I understood that I could stop the drama and take control over my own thinking system. And actually, I could put into practice whatever I was preaching and trying to teach in my movie. I could apply it directly to myself. So that was the positive income. Before I was conscious, you see, my mind, my autopilot mind, would just pick his favorite tape and play them over and over again. But now I got your trick. So I kicked that autopilot out of my brain, and I was the new hire of the thinking system. I take my job very seriously. I am SpongeBob on a mission. But rather than catching jellyfish, I catch as many thoughts as I can. I catch you. Now you see, catching my thoughts allow me to monitor my emotion and feeling, and thus reduce my suffering. Neuroplasticity is creating new neuron and new neural connection. As we review our outdated concept, judgment, and opinion, and the way we think, and our habituated way of thinking. By meditating, I can put my thought in the background, let them blabber without being distracted by them. And thus I become more independent. Right now, I can pick to play my happy, good feeling tapes from the past, make them alive in the present in the form of thought. I can get rid of those annoying tape, put them in the background, and I can just create new happy one. I am now the pilot of my own mind. What's about you? Is this it?